we had to come up with an angle or some kind of approach that would be very radical and creative, but then at the same time kind of traditional, and something that people would be able to universally relate to.
It wasn't like a musical thing. It wasn't like a fucking entertainment thing. It was like we figured out these riffs, we had this message, and we just had to drop this shit.
Overall, HR, the maniac vocalist, dancing across the stage and screaming and whooping and hollering and just slinging his soul out into the microphone.
As a teenager, I was into acrobats. When I went on the stage, the intensity of the music would sometimes be so immense and so energetic that I would feel like jumping into the audience or doing some kind of flips in the air or something like that, you know, and that's where it came from. Just a feeling of exuberation of jubilee, you know.
It really was inspiring. It made me realize, like, take it seriously. Like, don't just be satisfied with some shit. Push it.
They would come to our shows, and they were very young, about 13, 14, 15 years old, and they wanted to start a group called Teen Idols. They were very enthusiastic, but couldn't perfect the instruments.
You know, I was nervous because I was playing in front of the Bad Brains, and I was having a hard time. I was thinking, like, well, it's shitty bass, you know, bad amp, you know, bad equipment. But then when I handed this shit to Daryl, man, it was not the bass, it was not the amp, it was definitely the player.
I was able to come up with some really great plans for these undergraduates, is what I'd call them, or students or interns. And their interest was immense. I referred them to the Bible and also this great book by an individual named Napoleon Hill. It's called Think and Grow Rich.
The Think and Grow Rich concept was just a positive influence, and that was the catalyst to just make us find God still, you know.
So it wasn't quite L. Ron Hubbard, but it was concepts of power of positive thinking.
We don't care what you say, we don't care what you do, we got our attitude. Don't care what you may know, don't care. Can't touch us.
You got that PMA, you got that PMA, like how we used to say, you know, like, hey, we got that attitude, we got that attitude. That was like a song that really like said that, you know, we're here on some punk rock shit,